So my name is Rafał Hayes, I am the CEO and founder of Versus, and let me tell you something more about the genesis of the project and why we believe in Web3 gaming area that much. So our main purpose is to create infrastructure and platform for players that will allow them to compete in their favorite games like Counter-Strike, Dota, Chess.com, and many more, where they can easily join match with entry fee and after winning competition claim the prize. What's more, we are building our own solution gaming, about which I will tell you something more later in the next slide. But first of all, why we decided to build Versus? We want to create a platform from gamers to gamers, but we see the problem in the current Web3 gaming space, which was previously also mentioned in the previous presentation. There is a lack of place to play your favorite title and earn in the meantime cryptocurrencies. And the second point is most of gamers not choose Web3 games before classic titles because, for example, of poor gameplay and graphics. And that's why we decided to come with our idea where a player can choose the best Web2 and Web3 titles, do what they do every day, and add additional dose of excitement thanks to playing for a stake. And as I mentioned, we are building our own infrastructure, which allow any game to quickly connect with our ecosystem. What's more, our service know the results of the game automatically, and players don't have to worry about typing the results of the game manually. After that, everything will be done by our system because we have our own hosting for games in our platform. So it gives additional point of security and more flexibility to our platform. As you can see, when it comes to technical side, we decided to build our platform on zkSync because we also see a huge potential in the space. zkSync is safe, cheap, fast, and give us many possibilities. And for sure it will be the one of the cheapest version option for our users. The second point is that we also decided to integrate our platform with LayerZero, and it will allow our platform to be multi-chain and remain secure any market fluctuation in the future. And the second point is that, as you understand, gaming platform should be multi-chain because, for example, player number one want to join, for example, from Arbitrum or Polygon, and the second player want to join the tournament with another chain. And thanks to that, and thanks to integration with LayerZero, our platform will be flexible and give many players different possibilities. Moving on to more to the platform, we as a Versus want to be a bridge between the Web2 and Web3 worlds. We are supposed to be a missing element that will help players take the first step in the blockchain technology. And we want to, in one, give them a chance to compete in the best games currently in the gaming space. So as you can see, Counter-Strike, Dota, Trackmania, which will be also in our first release of the application, which is a racing game, and Chess.com, which is the most popular portal for chess player. And we believe that this is essential because players then don't have to change their favorite title. They can do the same what they do every day and learn in the meantime new technology. So the second point of our go-to-market strategy is onboarding Web2 users into the Web3 world. I'm talking about the second step because first of all, we will focus, as you can imagine, on the Web3 users, which are also Web2 gamers. So the mission of the platform is also onboard as many Web2 users into the Web2 world as possible. And because of that, as I mentioned, we will have the best games from the Web2 world, but also we will make our platform as much user-friendly as possible, but adding things like integrated swap in the platform, possibility to buy the tokens via credit card, or account abstraction, which allow new people from the Web2 world to use our platform as a typical classic Web2 platform. They don't have to worry about all this transaction. Thanks to account abstraction, our platform will be really user-friendly also for the new users. As you can see, we will have 3 game modes, and this is core of our application. So it is up to the player whether they don't want longer or shorter one. They can choose from the match, from the single match, tournament, or league, and compete for a stake in all those all those game modes. So moving on, I would like to show you some mocks of the platform, how it looks like, how the product design looks like. We know how it is crucial to have a good UX and UI in the Web3 gaming platforms. So that's why we conducted at the beginning UX and UI tests and we use for it people from the Web3 world, but also the gamers from the classical world. And that's why we decided, for example, to split the platform into as you can see, into the player mode and investor mode, where investors also can take care of their tokens, etc. And moving on to the current traction and to the current round where we are right now. So we are right now raising 1 million in 10 million valuation. Our goal is to have the TG in Q3 this year. So where we will use our money is for the product development, for the start of the marketing campaign, which will be connected to releases of our application, which we want to start doing it step by step by adding additional features just after closing this round. And as you can see, we have backers. Right now, we have 390K left in this round. So we raised, the bigger amount of the money in this round. We have a C-squared as a lead investor, and then right now, as I mentioned, we want to close our round as soon as possible to move forward with the closure of the product development and also starting the real marketing. Moving on to the team, how it looks like. The core team is created by 4 people: myself, Claudius, Jarek, and Karol. And when it comes to our experience, we are software engineers from the background. We know each other for like 8 years. We studied together in one university. We spend a lot of time in many projects together, so we know each other very well. So our main background is in the software engineering side in the bigger companies, but also in small software houses where we work together in the startup also from the Web2 world. When it comes to the crypto space, we are in this space for like 7 years. During this time, we've been early adopters, beta testers, and investors in many projects at the initial stages. We saw many mistakes by other projects, so that's why we want to come with our idea, connect those 3 dots of our interests, I mean the blockchain, software engineering, and gaming, and prepare our own product. Later on, after the presentation, you can also check out our promotion video with the also some application demo. And right now, if some of you would like to jump into the call, we are always happy to answer your questions also after the meeting. So you can scan the QR code right now and schedule a meeting on the calendar. And also you have a second QR code with the link to our social medias and stuff like that. So that's all from my side, and hopefully I can answer some of your questions.
I might have a question then, just to, in the interest of curiosity here. Like how would you this, you're not the only guy building, or not the only team building something similar to this. I've seen there's some other ones, some of the names now. Like one was well, nevertheless, like you see these kind of some competitors to yours. Like, what do you think you're competing for? Is it community? Is it on the UI UX specifically? Like, what do you think is going to be like the detriment or the determinant of success? Relative to some of the other folks that are trying to gamify games even
Sure.
further.
Yeah, so there is different types of our competitors. So first part is those platforms which only have Web3 games inside, and the second part are also which are the main competitors which also have some Web2 games. But what are our main advantage before in front of them is that we are not only preparing a platform where you can find the opponent and compete for a stake, and later on you have to find this gamer on the game, spend some times on finding the opponent on the game, later on talk a little bit on the chat when you are starting and stuff like that. What we are building is the whole infrastructure for it. So we are the platform which are from the beginning paying attention to fully automation of the process. So that's why we focus on choosing those games, with giving us a possibility to have the hosting for those games or use the developer API for them. So for example, if you want to jump into the match with me and we want to compete for a stake in Counter-Strike, you don't have to worry about finding me on the Steam or something like that. You just have to connect your account into our website, and when we will be on the lobby, the only thing which is having of the server take less than 1 minute. So the only thing which you have to do later on is to have the Counter-Strike installed in your computer, and by clicking the button once we create a server in our own hosting, you will be redirected to the game directly. And after that, thanks to we have all this stuff like those servers and API which connecting our platform with our own hosting, we know also the result of the game automatically. So all the process is automated, and we believe that this is the crucial point why gamers also from this Web2 space would like to jump into our platform, because they are worried about all this blockchain stuff, because they have to make this all transaction, they type in the result of the game and stuff like that. in our platform, we will set up all these things by you, and additionally, we will know the result automatically. So all these things will be automated. And additionally, all those stuff like I mentioned, account abstraction, which is also crucial for newcomers, because once they come, they can feel the same as, for example, in the Steam. They also have some coins inside the platform. They are playing, earning some money, but if they they are really not familiar with the blockchain, they can do all this stuff, but we will take care of this all things by them. So this is the first point. And the second point, why we are focusing at the beginning on the Web3 people and not on the Web2, because many people are all telling that it is easy to have a Web2 gamers into the Web3 platform. It is not easy like that, so we have to do it step by step. At the beginning, we will focus on the Web3 players with some campaigns also related to releases of the platform. So once players they play matches at the beginning after the pre-seed round, when we will release first version of the application, they will also gain experience point, which later on can be used, for example, for airdrop or being higher in the leaderboards, which give them many possibilities. So this is the first part of our go-to-market strategy. We want to acquire as much Web3 people which are playing Web2 games as possible. And later on, we will focus on the next step, like also collaboration with some people from the Web2 world, like streamers from the Twitch and stuff like that. And we also have some, plans for it. Like, for example, if you are well known to a Twitch content creator, you can also prepare the tournaments in our platform for your community, and you can also gain some money from it. So we have a fee from the prize pool. So if you are well known, Twitch player, streamer, or something like that, you can also prepare the tournament for your community. So we have many plans. To be honest, we probably have to spend a lot of time to give you all the details about our go to market and all this ideas, but we believe that the main idea which we have and why we are the best when we are competing with the competitor is this fully automation, UX and UI which is friendly, and all this stuff which I also mentioned on the presentation. So that's why we also can't see any market leader in this space. So because they don't pay attention to the good things, they just prepare a platform where they can match each other, but the platform is not fully automated.
Awesome. Okay, thank you.